And it's on. Okay. A few months ago, I went on Netflix, and Cheers, the old TV show, comes up. Most of you, well, younger people won't remember Cheers because you weren't born yet. It was Ted Danson. That's where Woody Harrelson comes from. It was started in 1982. Basically, the whole time they're at a bar. I think they're in Philadelphia or something like that, Boston or whatever. 1982. It had 11 seasons. It was a hugely successful TV show. A lot of, Ted Danson became Ted Danson and was famous after all that. And then it was a great show. It's a very good show. All comedy. And it wasn't your typical situational comedy, but it was really good. And I watched maybe 4 or 5 shows of the first season. And I found myself in every episode, every episode where I go, oh, ooh, because of something they said. Now, what kind of caught me off guard is they would say something that would be considered today as sexist or misogynistic or, women haters or whatever the case is. They would, and you might have found something you might have said, well, that could be construed as racism or something. There wasn't a whole lot of that, but in 1982, all the stuff that they had said was very funny, and it was not offensive. In 1982, or 83, or 84, or 85, or 86, or 87, or 88, or into the 90s. They said they had 11 seasons. But I'm watching these things and I'm going, ooh, just instinctive, because we've had this PC thing pounded into us so heavily that when you hear someone say something or whatever, like, and I kind of, gosh, you've this stuff has affected me in such a way where now I'm kind of not really even considering myself politically correct, but hearing something or seeing something and going, ooh, that's not going to fly. Well, it did back then. And it wasn't offensive. It wasn't considered offensive back then. I'm not knocking the show. I'm not knocking the comedy that it was. It's very funny. But it just shows how extremely sensitive we are now to all this ridiculous crap. But you could not. The TV show Cheers would not have survived its first season today. Now Frasier, which came after that, that's in the 90s now. Different story. I watched some of that. It's very funny. But Cheers, and there's probably some others I'm not thinking of. You could not. They all would have been fired. The show would have been canceled. They'd have been tarred, feathered, and shamed, and everything else. Cheers would not have survived a season. In my opinion, they would not have survived 4 or 5 episodes, because today it would be deemed offensive. The social justice wars would be all over it, boycotting, all this kind of thing, screaming, hollering, and they'd all have to make apology. Just the crap that we have today. And I'm just thankful I was born when I was. So I remember when comedy was actually comedy and not just vindictive profanity. Because today I don't even watch comics anymore. I used to watch them all the time, and now it's just a complete turn off. Yeah, I don't want to go into that. But like today, you could say the most foul things, and that's okay. But do some of the humor like they did on Cheers, which was it was a family primetime slot. It was not offensive. That would not fly today. That would be completely, oh, we can't believe you said that. But yeah, you can say the F word 2 or 3 times in every sentence and talk about this, this nasty stuff they talk about, which is not even funny. It's just to see how profane they can be. Now they're just rude and gross. It's just, ugh, not funny anymore. But I just thought that it surprised me that when I saw or heard what they said, how it kind of made me go like, ooh, because someone's gonna complain about this. So yeah, a little bit that PC culture has affected me instinctively like that. where it's like, oh, ooh, you can't say that. But it also, I thought that was kind of interesting, but it, how a show that was so successful and so hilarious would not survive today, could not be done today. And it's kind of sad because these younger people today, they have no idea what comedy is. It's just, you know, how nasty and rude and disgusting these guys can be. That's what comedy is today. Comedy wasn't like that before. It was actually funny. It was smart. But you get a chance, go watch some. Do it privately though. You don't want to find out you're watching Cheers because it's so terribly nasty and offensive and triggering. Anyhow, I pity the youth. Love you. God bless.